All right, welcome everybody to Yoga Nidra for sleep disorders. My name is Dawn Lofton, and I'm a clinical yoga therapist at Om Home Shala, where I did my yoga therapy training. And just as a reminder, Yoga Nidra is a self-healing practice that can help alleviate sleep disorders such as restless leg syndrome, insomnia, and excessive daytime sleepiness. And I do want to express my appreciation to the Parkinson's Foundation for this community grant that makes this class possible. So thank you, thank you. And we're going to get started. We're just going to start warming up the body, loosening up the body, just to prepare us for Yoga Nidra to be able to relax. Then when we're done warming up our joints and glands, then we'll do some pranayama, some breath to also help balance our body and even prepare us to go more deeper in the practice. So let's start by sitting up nice and tall wherever you're at, feet hip distance apart, the inner edges of your feet in alignment. And sit up nice and tall. Take your shoulders behind you and down your back. So you can open up the chest. Your hands can just rest lightly on your legs. And go ahead and press your feet into the floor to feel that connection to earth. And then pick your toes up off the floor and see if you can set them down on the floor one by one. Good. And now we're just going to start to work with the neck. So on your exhalation, turn your head to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, turn the head to the left. Inhale, back to center. And continue to move like this. On the exhale, looking over the shoulder. On the inhale, coming back to center. And just be aware of your range of motion. Range of motion of the neck. Good. Let's do that one more time on each side. Come back to center. Good. And now bring your right ear to your right shoulder and feel that stretch along the neck. And now imagine or pretend there's a big soft pillow sitting on your shoulder, and you're going to make circles with your ear on that pillow. Go like 5 times in one direction, and then 5 times in the opposite direction. Again, just feeling that stretch on the neck. Notice the range of motion. And then go ahead and bring your chin toward your chest. Look straight ahead and then drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Imagine that soft, fluffy object and start to do the circles again. And then change directions. So you're just loosening up the neck, making some space with those vertebrae. Good. And now chin toward your chest. And go ahead and look straight ahead. Good. So let's bring our hands out in front. So we're going to do a few things for dexterity in our fingers and our hands. Okay. So we're going to do just a hand clench. So you're going to open up your hands wide and then thumbs inside. Open up wide, thumbs inside, and just keep on doing this. This is so we can keep our handwriting from getting too small. It'll help us be able to hold a pen, a toothbrush, hair comb, anything like that. Good. And now in the next one, open up the hand and now spread the fingers and bring them back together. Spread the fingers together. Spread the fingers, bring them together. Spread together. 2 more times. Good. And now you're going to make your hands like a claw. Good. And now you're going to open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Good. Open, close, open, and close. Good. Now just shake your hands out. And we're going to do wrist rotations. So put your thumb inside and close it. You can bring your arms out and you're just going to move like this. Good. Loosening up the wrists. And then go the opposite direction. Well, get yourself all prepped to go play a round of golf. How's that? You need that dexterity in your wrists for the golf. Good. And then go ahead and just shake that out. And then we're gonna pretend you're pushing your palms on a wall. Good. And then exhale, fingers go to the floor. Inhale up, pressing on that wall, and exhale down. Good. Up again and down. Feel that in your wrist. Good. Excellent. Good. And then bring the arms, hands up, and then take one hand and just pull back a little bit. Just gentle on the fingers. Just gentle on the fingers. Turn the hand this way and maybe pull back. Just feel that stretch. We'll do that to the other hand. Just pull back. Should feel that all through here and on your wrist. And then pull back. Good, and just shake that out. All right, good. Now shoulders. So bring your shoulders up to your ears, behind you, down the back, and forward. Up, behind you, down the back, and forward. Just keep on moving like that. Maybe now begin to make it a little smoother. Notice how it feels in the back body when you do the rotation and the shoulder blades. Notice how that feels. Good. Loosening up the shoulders. We carry all that stress on the shoulders. And then lower the shoulders, bring them up, forward, down, and back. Up, forward, down, and back. And then just make it a little smoother. Let go of all that stress that you've been carrying today. Good. And then just bring the shoulders up and drop them. Up and drop and up and drop. Good. Now bring your palms together, interlace your fingers, and push them away. Good. And as long as you don't have any rotator cuff issues, either stay here or if you can lift your arms up, then release, come into cactus arms. Bring your elbows tight next to your body, fingers are open nice and wide. And on your next inhalation, do a baby back bend. So it should look like this. Open up all that chest, good. And then inhale, palms come back together. Interlace your fingers. Push the hands away, open up the palms. Inhale the arms up. Release, come down. Bring those elbows tight next to the body. And on the next inhalation, baby back bend. Open up the chest. Next exhalation, palms together. We'll do that again. Interlace your fingers. Push them away. Inhaling the arms up. Releasing, coming down. Elbows next to the body. And next inhalation, look up, open up the chest. And bring the palms back together and set them down on your thighs. And just take a moment. Just notice how the body feels here. Notice how it feels. Notice if you've created any more space. Maybe you feel it, maybe you don't. But just notice the front of the body compared to the back of the body. Good. And now I'm going to stand up and we're going to do some motion in our arm. But if you want to stay seated, you're more than welcome to stay seated. Okay. Okay. So if you're going to stand, just stand with your feet hip distance apart and just begin to swing the arms. Swing in the arms. And again, just notice your range of motion here. Good. Big swings. And now begin to bend your elbows. So from the side view, it'll look like this. Good. And if you like a little challenge, when you bend your arms, you can bend your knees. Good. And then just release, come back to standing. Just shake out the arms, the wrists, and the hands. Notice how you feel. Become aware of the breath. And we're just kind of waking up the body a little bit. Standing where you're at, maybe open up your feet a little wider. You can open up your arms. And then you can begin to do a little twist like this. So seated, you can do this as well. Good. So you can move as slow or as fast as you like. Again, we're just waking up the body. Excellent. And then just release. Take out the shoulders, the arms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers. Again, just notice sensation. Maybe you feel sensation in the body, maybe you don't. It's okay. And now we're going to do something else. You're going to take an elbow and you're just going to push and push and push. If you go to rock steady boxing, you might do this with the punching bags. And again, we're just waking the body up, creating movement. And notice your breath. Good. Good. And come back to standing or seated and just shake it all out again. Just become aware of any sensation. Great. All right. So either seated or standing, we're going to start to work on, going to do one more thing. So if you're seated, we're going to do a twist. So let me show you this first. So if you're seated for this twist, you'll have your feet hip distance apart and you'll bring your your left hand to your right knee. You can take your other hand behind you or to the side. And on your exhale, you're just going to turn. And as you inhale, you're going to get tall. And as you exhale, you'll twist a little bit more. And then you'll inhale, come back to center, and do the same thing on the opposite side, exhaling as you twist. If you're standing, we're going to do empty coat sleeves. So you open up your feet a little wider. And you just begin to twist like this and tap. So I'm tapping my hands on my hip and my buttock as I twist. So we're just enlivening the spine on our twist. Okay, good. Just go ahead, slow down, come back to the standing. Good. We're going to work on our hips. I'm going to show you if you're seated. If you're seated, you'll cross your leg, and then you're just going to make rotations with go circles with your knees, just like this. You'll do clockwise and counterclockwise. If you're standing, you can use a chair or a wall. Keep your balance with your hand on the wall or the chair. You're going to lift the leg and then begin to make rotations like this. So 6 times in one direction, and then you'll go 6 times in the opposite direction. Wherever you're at today is good for you. I'm going to go the opposite direction now. And remember, if you're seated, just cross your leg and make circles with your knee, and that'll move your hip. This relieves all that tightness we get from sitting in a chair or driving in a car. Then after you've done that 6 times, both directions, we'll change sides. Again, just use the wall or the chair for balance. Lift that knee up and start to make rotations. See if you can make them a little bit bigger. Good. Don't forget to breathe. And when you're ready, change directions. Very good. And when you finish, kind of just wiggle those hips a little bit, shake it out. Notice how you feel. And we're going to come down to a seated. So we're going to get ready for our pranayama, right? Our breath. So our breath is very important. So we want to balance out our left and our right side. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to do a gesture or a mudra with our left hand. And this is a mudra, and think of a mudra as just changing the energetic circuitry of the body. So this mudra is the Vaya mudra, which is specifically for diseases of the wind. And the yogis say that Parkinson's is a disease of the wind. And it's a one-handed mudra. So you take your left hand and bend your pointer finger, and then put your thumb on top of it. You can take your other hand and hold it and just set it there on your leg. Yeah. So sitting up nice and tall, let's first just start to connect with our breath. We breathe all day, but sometimes we don't really pay any attention to it. So there's actually 5 qualities of the breath that we want to invite. So we want to take a deep diaphragmatic belly breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Filling the belly up with oxygen. And then as we exhale, drawing the navel to the back body. We want our breath to be a continuous cycle of inhale and exhale with no pausing or stopping or breaks in the breath. We would like our inhale and exhale to be even, the same length or duration for the inhale and the exhale. So just notice now what your breath is doing. We would like our breath to be smooth and also silent with no wheezing or any kind of noise coming from the breath as we breathe. So I'm going to invite you just to enjoy this next steps of our practice. And we're going to take 3 ujjayi breaths where we breathe through the base of our throat. So as you inhale, just have a little slight constriction of your throat. Take 3 even breaths like that. Maybe you even feel the breath as it hits the nostrils and then even the back of the throat. And now we're going to take 5 breaths called Chandra Bedna, piercing the moon breath, where we always inhale through the left nostril and exhale through the right nostril. Now, I know sometimes this can get a little confusing with your hands like this. So if you're more comfortable, what you can do is just use one finger and inhale through the left nostril. When you're ready, close the left, exhale through the right. When you're ready, close the right, inhale through the left. And when you're ready, close the left, exhale through the right. Continue to do that 3 more times, just following your own tempo of your breath. I'm just here to guide you. So you're always inhaling through the left and exhaling through the right. Really sensing that breath just as it hits the entrance of the nostrils and travels all the way up to the point between the eyebrows. And after you've taken 5 breaths, go ahead and take 3 more ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of your throat. Even inhales and exhales, almost like you're breathing from your throat. Slight constriction of your throat. And then when you finish, we're going to take 5 piercing the sun breath, solar breath, where we always inhale through the right and exhale through the left. So you'll close your left nostril, inhale through the right. When you're ready, close the right, exhale left. Remember, I'm just here to guide you. Everybody's breath is going to be different. When you're ready, close the left, inhale right. When you're ready, close the right, exhale left. Close the left, inhale right. Close the right, exhale, left. When you're ready, close the left, inhale right. Close the right, exhale left. And last time, inhale right and exhale left. And we'll conclude with 3 Ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat. Very good. And just take a moment, notice how you feel. And now go ahead and find your space for Yoga Nidra. Remember, you can be on your bed, in a chair, in a recliner, or on your yoga mat, wherever you can be comfortable. So just go ahead and find that space. I suggest dimming your lights or having an eye pillow to put over your eyes, maybe a blanket, or just dim the lights. And just take the next few minutes to adjust your body so that you can be comfortable. Arms alongside your body, palms up, comfortably away from the body. Feet are a little wider than your hips. And you may want something comfortable underneath your head or to support your neck. And close your eyes and go inward. And take a few exaggerated breaths and release the weight of the body to the earth. Feel the gentle flow of the breath in the abdomen. And if you like, you can even just place your hands over your abdomen and just enjoy the feeling of the breath, filling the palms of the hands as you breathe. Take 3 breaths like that. Now release your arms to your side, palms up, and just take a couple more breaths to find stillness. And in that stillness, allow the body consciousness to melt away. The earth supports the body, so your breath can be effortless and hold awareness. And the center point of the breath is the abdomen, the navel center. Now invite the mind to sense the space that the body occupies. And with the next breath, scan the body from the crown of the head to the toes. Exhale from the crown to the toes and inhale from the toes to the crown. And discover the energetic map of yourself that is the body superimposed onto the space that you rest on. And now begins the practice of Yoga Nidra. Set your intentions to relax. Be aware and allow the breath to flow effortlessly and evenly and slowly. And as the mind begins to find the breath, begin to find yourself increasingly aware of any imbalances or rushing in the breath. Please continue to observe the body breathing. Become aware of this moment and what you bring to it physically, mentally, and emotionally. For this moment is like no moment before it. Now become aware of the physical body and sense any areas that are holding tension. And starting at the crown of the head, notice the forehead, the eyes, the temples, the back of the head, the scalp, and sense how these areas may be holding stress, tension, or contraction. Notice any physical tension in the throat, the neck, and where the neck and the head meet. Just observing. Become aware of your shoulders. And are the shoulders holding any tension or contraction? Observe the chest area, the shoulder blades and the upper arms, the creases in the elbows. Notice the forearms, the wrists, the hands. Are there any tightness in the legs or the inner thighs? Perhaps you notice some tension in the calves, the tops of the feet, or the soles of the feet. Just be aware. And now bring awareness to the mind itself. Notice or witness the quality of attention and what you bring to this moment. Not trying to change it. Just notice what you bring to the present moment. Is the mind distracted? Is it jumping from one thing to another? Or is the mind one-pointed and focused? Just observe without any judgment. And then finally bring your attention to the distinct emotion or emotions that are present. And sense that present moment awareness is the gateway to undisturbed rest and sleep. And now please shift your attention to awareness itself, that which is observing your body and your mind, and recognize the unique emotional state that you bring to the moment. And this is where awareness returns to itself. And please begin to deepen your breath, shaping your breath so it is smooth and slow, emphasizing diaphragmatic belly breathing. As you inhale, the belly expands, and as you exhale, the belly softens. Bring a kind of whole body awareness to the flow of the breath. And as you breathe in, the breath seems to ascend from the soles of the feet up to the crown of the head, and then descend from the crown of the head back to the soles of the feet. Inhalation rises from the soles of the feet, purifying the mind and emotions. And as you exhale, the breath descends from the crown of the head as a way of emptying and clearing out and letting things go. And the mind moves on the flow of the breath, ascending and descending. Anchoring awareness in the body, bringing its silent and effortless strength as you exhale. The breath and the wave associated with it as it descends from the head to the soles of the feet, freeing the body and the mind of all burdens. Please continue to shape your breath in this manner for the next minute or so. Breathing that diaphragmatic belly breath. And just follow the wave of exhale as you see all the tension and stress and fatigue draining from the soles of the feet, emptying. And as you inhale, sense the body absorbing strength and healing. Continue with the effortless flow of the breath. Every inhalation is like a wave of life force entering the body. Every exhalation is a release and a letting go. And now please allow the breath to return to involuntary breathing, no longer shaping the breath. Just allow the breath to relax completely. The mind dissolving into the involuntary flow of the breath that is shaped and guided by innate intelligence. And have the intention to allow the mind to merge with the breath. And now please Move effortless awareness to the crown of the head and relax the crown of the head. Relax the muscles and the top of the skull, and see or sense any tension or restriction in this space. Soften and release all contraction at the forehead. Relax the space between the eyebrows, the corners of the eyes. Relax. Sense the eyes sinking into their socket. The four corners of the eyes deeply relax. Sense your eyeballs healing, resting. The entire field of sight and all of its impressions relax. You sense the mind, a sense of sight returning to silence, to stillness. And now bring your attention to your inner ears. And in time, you'll hear the sound of silence, the ever-flowing current of rest and healing. Bring awareness to your facial muscles, the nose, the jaw. The tongue becomes unglued from the roof of the mouth. The tongue widens, and all of the facial muscles completely soften, offering the body the gift of deep rest. Become mindful of the throat and the neck. Be mindful of any holding or tension in this space. The more and more you become a witness or an observer, the easier it is to surrender and let go. Please become aware of your shoulders and completely let go of all holding. Awareness at the chest or the breast area. Please become aware of your heartbeat. Please become aware of your heartbeat and have the intention for your heart to find its ideal rhythm. You are returning to innate healing, deep rest, and effortless awareness. And now bring your attention to the abdomen, the digestive organs, and relax into this space. Sense the organs softening and resting vibrantly. Effortless awareness at the abdomen. Awareness in the lower back. Relax. Memories dissolve. And you are succumbing to a rhythm of sleep. Both legs are open to earth, releasing all contraction in the legs. From the toes to the hip joints, the legs completely relax. Release all constriction. Release holding and thought in the legs. Relax your toes one by one and sense the warmth in both big toes. Awareness in the second toes, left and right side. Relax the whole body. Third toes, left and right. Relax. Fourth toes, relax. All toes are warm and resting. Both little toes, left and right. The mind absorbed in the little toes. And now bring your awareness to both ankles, perceiving the left and the right ankle. And if you notice an imbalance, that one ankle is easier to perceive than the other, then move your awareness to the weaker of the two ankles so that the experience is balanced between the left and the right. Both knees. Become aware of both knees and observe if you perceive one knee more easily than the other. Now balance the feeling between the left and the right knee. And more, as you create the sense of balance between the left and the right, you perceive them as one. Both hips, aware of the left and the right hip. Balance the feeling between the left and the right hip. And eventually the hips become one. Please do the same with the wrists, the left and the right wrist. Eventually the left and the right wrists become one. Both elbows. And through this deep rest, you balance both elbows and sense yourself expanding into boundless sleep. Left and right sides of the chest. Eventually they become one. Both eyes. And notice if you feel or sense that the left or the right, that one is more easily made aware of. Balance the feeling and sense the two eyes becoming one. Both inner ears. Balance the feeling of the two inner ears becoming one. In deep sleep, all distinctions give way to oneness. Ultimate state of sleep. And now please move awareness to the flow of your breath moving through the nostrils. Notice the very subtle distinction of the flow of the breath moving through the left and the right. Have the intention to gradually dissolve any distinction between the left and right, and the breath will become balanced. See the breath flowing through the left and the right nostril, becoming perfectly balanced and even. Now invite perception to transition from the finite to the infinite. Infinite field beyond the mind. Sense yourself transitioning to enter sleep, limitlessness. You may stay here and fall into a deep sleep if you like. Silence takes you by the hand and leads you home. You rest wholly in being, resting in the cradle of infinite deep sleep. You can stay in this deep sleep if you like, or you can choose to bring your hands together, rub them, create some heat between your palms, place them over your eyes. And when you feel that your senses have been reactivated, you can move back into the world. The practice of Yoga Nidra for deep sleep is complete. Namaste.